myself, I want to start out these paintings a lot of times just abstract and throw some colors because green looks good next to orange or black and white looks so good next to red. But what I end up with is, okay, what is this about? This is something I've pursued my whole life. When I was a little kid, I remember thinking, I'm going to master portraits. I want to paint portraits of people. And so that goes back throughout time for all human beings. So I think portraiture is going to still be around. I think it can be modern, and I'm going to try today to make it. Today I'm going to paint a portrait of Nixon. A lot of people feel he was a fool, he was an idiot. But when I was a little kid during the Vietnam War, I guess it was like 1972, he was real heroic. We lived in an army town down in Killeen, Texas, where the Fort Hood Army base was. And a lot of people were anti-war. All these soldiers, my friends' parents, dads going off to the Vietnam War, hated the Vietnam War. Well, Nixon ended the war, so everybody was like, man, he's bringing the troops home. There's no reason. He heard the voice of the people. So imagine the shock of people when the Watergate thing came up, and turns out he was corrupt. All that he did now was going to get ignored. What I'm trying to do is take their faces, especially with Nixon, his face is so iconic, and add it into the elements of abstract art. A rock in the water on a stream looks really beautiful. That's nature's art. It's fantastic looking, but I don't have 2 million years to work on it, so I'm going to put everything I've got into it and just keep pushing the envelope as hard as I can. Anything I can think of, I'm going to jump in there, and we're just letting it form itself. Got that portrait locked in. A lot of people would just leave it like that. It's graphically, I think it's got all the right, the red, the black, the white. It's a great color combo. But right now it's just graphic design. It hasn't moved over into being art yet. Well, I try a lot often, to go completely abstract. I don't know, it's just my own thing. When I start out all these roughs, my whole idea thing is sometimes I'll just throw down abstract lines, and then I look in there and I see things, just like if you look out at the cloud, you'll see different shapes in there. We've done that since we were little kids as well. I like to do that with abstract paintings. When I see an abstract, these things come to me, and whatever comes out, that's what really the art is. So I think the viewer themselves do the same thing. A lot of artists just like to leave it like that so that there's an interactive experience with the viewer. I'm not sure which is best. I just know that once I get it to that point, I have the ability to be able to go in there and paint those things I see. So I might as well do it. It seems like I'm leaving a lot on the table if I don't. I think you can probably study it as a master's degree or whatever to understand the depth of what artists have done in the past. But to actually go that next step, you kind of have to jump the shark or jump a certain level that you don't have. You know, in order to make it really great, it's got to be really great. And if you don't understand a certain level that to push past to get it to great, I don't know how it can work. There's a whole magic to deciding what do I leave in there? How did I get here? What roads am I traveling? You just follow your instinct. That's why if a real good piece of art is pure, you're following your instinct. You have no idea where it's headed. The next turn could take you down a path. There are really no mistakes, especially since because it's just paint. It's not like I'm sculpting a big sculpture. I can just slap another color on there, and the next thing I go, wow, I didn't know that was going to happen. And it takes me down a whole path. Once they start looking like mud and looking bad, that's when it's time to quit. You know, we can study it all you want, but the natural excitement, the instinct that we had when we were kids, that's the stuff the magic in a bottle I'm looking for. Is that, wow, this is so cool, I've got to get to it. I can't, you know, I want to find out that I'm excited. I'm wondering what's happening. Where's this going to lead me? Should I talk about this? Just that back and forth in my own mind with the piece. That's the fun of it. I heard on the news the other day about a 4-year-old artist who now all of a sudden is the in thing. And I hear about pictures elephants painted. And I'm thinking, okay, I can see that. That does seem like you're trying to scam somebody. I don't know. To me, it's not. It's just not the same thing. There's always been this elitist thing where I get it, but you don't. In the art world, a lot of artists call it art speak. They can do the art speak. They don't talk regular. They're like stammering around, and like I feel emotional like this, and to me, that's just like salesmanship. I don't want to have to be standing in front of my painting selling it. The painting should jump off the wall, sell itself. If somebody wants to buy your art, they'll know it as soon as they see it. So it's a self-perpetuating thing. I don't think you need a made-up story. I'm not going to be here to tell a made-up story every time. The piece will have value, and it'll continue and help you get along in life if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you're struggling and you keep not making it, you know, you think, I'm going to quit. But if you still have that extra drive to go forward, then that's what puts the art at a different level. I'm not really trying to be famous, you know, trying to get well known and have your paintings famous. That's what I'd like. I'd like people to see the paintings and see what I'm working on, see where I'm headed with stuff. But it's not about me. I'm like a side man to the painting. The painting's the one that people are going to see. They're standing in front of the painting, not in front of me. So I'm not going to be there to explain to everybody. So I'm hoping that it's not about me so much as it is about what it is I'm painting.